Hello, welcome to our third podcast, and my name is Greg Lambrecht. I'm the CEO of SinglePoint, and I'm here today with Will Ralston, the president. Welcome to the show, Will.
Hey, thanks, Greg. I am really enjoying these video updates that we're doing. They, I think, bring a lot of energy and positive things for the company here.
Yeah, well, today is we're going to do something a little bit different. It's kind of going to be what we're calling our spring update. So we're going to go over a press release and kind of really try to get into detail and detail down onto different things that we've got going, and really let the shareholders know exactly what we're doing and update them on some of our projects. So the title of the press release is SinglePoint launches Cannabis payment solution and provides shareholder update on key company projects. So the first item that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to have Will answer, is tell us about what's going on with the single seed payment side of the business.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, we've soft launched the entire Bitcoin payment solution through single seed. So that's very exciting. And we're actually going to be processing transactions, and people will be able to go to dispensaries and purchase their cannabis through the application. So that's big news. In addition, we have many different payment portals that we've actually signed on board with different partners that are allowing us to do e-commerce transactions and be able to sell CBD, hemp-based, and nutraceutical products online. So along with that is generating more interest and more leads for our own Bitcoin payment solution in-store and online.
Yeah, so you've been working, putting all these pieces together the last 6 to 9 months, and it looks like we're getting down to the 5-yard line, and a lot of these things are going to be launched in the next 30 to 60 days.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, payments since inception has not been easy. Right. So it's really taken, a lot of time and a lot of focus to figure out the different integrations that we would be able to do and get those things live and ready to launch, and in an environment that we feel is scalable and easy to use for the customers. So very excited for that, and hopefully we'll bring some positive news again shortly on a follow-up.
Yeah, well, this is the DNA of SinglePoint. We're merchant processors, mobile payments. So we're really excited about this. Is in-house project that we spent a lot of time and money on, and we're almost to the finish line. So we're happy to update shareholders on that and bring some more news on that. One of the other items that we want to talk today about, can you explain a little bit more about the crypto exchange that we're working on?
Yeah, so the crypto exchange we've built is going to be a solution where people can buy, sell, acquire Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and eventually many other altcoins out there. So we've worked on this in partnership with AppSwarm, and they're helping us build a lot of the technology out, and we'll be able to start taking accounts on and new clients probably within the next 60 days. So very exciting. As you probably saw, Circle Group bought Poloniex, another big exchange out there, for about $400 million. And what's the trading application Robinhood, after its first 2 weeks live, has over 4 million users. So we're excited because we think that with the launch of our commercial and our national ad campaign, that we'll really be able to drive user signups as people are looking for multiple exchanges to trade different currencies on.
Yeah, it's interesting because the genesis of us building this out, for the past 6-8 months was to really focus on the cannabis dispensaries and allow customers to, download Bitcoin or Litecoin or Weedcoin or Potcoin, for that matter, onto their phone, and then use that to buy cannabis. And interesting enough, as Will mentioned, we've seen just in the last 2 weeks, some other companies that have built a very similar exchange have really, saw some incredible acquisitions, as mentioned. So perfect timing. We're really excited about that. One of the other things that we're really working on and see a huge place for us in the future here is some of the blockchain technology. Can you talk to a little bit about what the company's doing in blockchain, and also discuss our first customer, OR Hub?
Yeah, absolutely. So in blockchain, it was just a natural fit for us to, being a technology company and implementing the latest and greatest technology. We saw blockchain coming in and making, waves in different categories and verticals that we were already operating in. One of them being cannabis, and talking about a seed to sale solution that could be managed via blockchain. So along with that, we decided that, well, we're doing Bitcoin payments. Bitcoin runs on the blockchain technology, and so we started building out different solutions and looking at different solutions. And now a company called OR Hub reached out to us, as we announced a couple weeks ago, and said, we would like you to build out our blockchain solution through the data we're already collecting in the operating rooms at hospitals. So we're in discussions with them right now, talking about what that solution is going to look like and how we're going to make that data more easy and transparent for those people that need it. In addition to that, since we're already building this, we're looking at different derivative technologies that we can, or derivative markets that we can use this technology for. And the three that we've selected have been cannabis, healthcare, and automotive. Mainly because there's a lot of different logistical solutions, and all three of those industries have tremendous amounts of data, which are a perfect fit for blockchain.
Yeah, and one of the exciting things about the initial order was for 750,000, so that's a big number to SinglePoint, and we're excited to have that order and finish it up with a completed agreement. So that's very exciting. Tell us a little bit about the cannabis delivery application. UMI is the name, which stands for On My Way.
Yeah, exactly. So that's been a fun one to work on, because we know that there's a ton of cannabis delivery services out there, and they're all somewhat inefficient in the sense that they have to create manifests with handwrite. Most of them are handwritten. It's hard to change on the fly if anything happens, and then customers don't really know when their order might show up or not. So we've taken all that into consideration. We've pulled down the guidelines from the state of Arizona for operating a legal delivery business, and we've built UMI, which is On My Way. And from there, a customer can place an order, the dispensary can receive it, assign it to a driver, and then notify that customer that their order is on their way. Once that order arrives, the customer, the driver, and the dispensary will all three verify that the payment was received and the product was delivered. So that creates for an easily tracked system, all online, and an easy audit in case anybody ever asks. The state can come in and say, hey, show us your delivery records, and they'll all be there on the computer for the dispensary to share.
Yeah, well, one of the exciting things about what we're talking about is SinglePoint is using all of his expertise as a business, and we started off in text message and mobile payments and merchant processing, and building apps. So I think it's really important today to let the shareholders know that we have all of this in-house projects that we're building, and a lot of them are about ready to become live. So it's a really exciting time at SinglePoint now. Yeah, hey Will, I was really interested to give us an update on SingleSeed.com.
Yeah, so SingleSeed.com has been around for quite some time now, and we've been a B2B provider of different technology services, payments, websites, application development, marketing, different things online that can increase the efficiencies of cannabis-based businesses. Recently, due to the high demand of CBD orders and volume and sales going on within that industry, we have transitioned SingleSeed.com to an e-commerce site solely focused on selling CBD, hemp-based CBD that's 50 state legal and can be shipped everywhere. So we still have the B2B offerings on the site, but it will be mainly a e-commerce focused business to drive the sales of the SingleSeed products, as well as those CBD and vape products in the market.
Yeah, so that's really exciting, and we know that online cannabis CBD is really selling well. In fact, that's where a lot of customers like to buy that. And we're getting into that business. We're using some of our contacts and our SEO marketing relationships. And also, from one of the companies we acquired, Diggs, we already have 60 SKUs that are going to go up. When is this website, do you think, is really going to go live?
Yeah, I think that we're going to have this whole site ready to go and live within the next 2 weeks, actually.
Oh, that's great. And I know you've been working on this for quite some time, so it's going to be a nice thing to get it up there and live and start, showing the shareholders some of the sales.
Yeah, exactly. We've been working on the transition and the products now for about 3 months. So it's finally ready to make the transition and be pushed to a live state.
Yeah, well, of course, we'll talk a little bit about some of the acquisition strategies of SinglePoint and what we're doing there. But just to kind of wrap up what I like to call our inside revenue strategy, SinglePoint has a lot of different projects that we've been working on the past 6-9 months that are all coming to fruition this spring, and that's why we kind of wanted to update you with this podcast, what we're calling our spring shareholder update. So let's kind of get into the acquisition targets and kind of pivot and move over to what we're doing on the acquisition side. SinglePoint, of course, has the luxury of a very liquid, high volume stock, which has allowed us to not only raise money but also use our currency, our equity, to buy some companies. I know last year we acquired 4 companies, and that really helped our revenues for 2017. And this year we plan on to be just as aggressive, if much more aggressive. Maybe we're kind of looking at maybe acquiring 8 companies. We hope to, when we're all said and done with 2018, our goal is to be over 10 million in revenue. So why don't you just talk about a couple of the companies that we have LOIs out with now, and where those look like they're heading in the future.
Yeah, so MTH Developments, which is the cannabis cultivation facility in Adelanto, California. We've got an LOI out with them, very close to closing that agreement, actually. And they have 4.7 acres of cultivation, licensed cultivation land that is pulling down about 400 pounds a week in cannabis. They also have that leased out to a extraction facility who's taking any of the leftovers, the trim, and being able to turn that into cannabis oil for sale into the dispensaries around Los Angeles. So that's an exciting one. It's a big grow out there, very efficiently run, and that team is fantastic. And that's one thing I want to point out is we've done a lot of great things and stayed true to what we're good at in-house, which is the technology, the payments, and then in our acquisitions, we're looking for teams that want to continue to run and grow the companies. So they're not necessarily taking up a lot of our time and focus in things that we aren't necessarily experts in. We are looking for fantastic teams that are looking for exponential growth and that we believe in that can accomplish that goal.
Yeah, and like you said, because SinglePoint, for a variety of reasons, have decided not to touch the plant, we think it's wise to buy the land that these cultivators are sitting on. And this is the first one in California, and we're also looking at deals in Colorado, Washington, and in Arizona. So you'll probably be hearing about some new acquisitions in the same fashion there. Tell us a little bit about the other LOI that we put out that is more back to technology, Bitcoin and Beyond.
Yeah, Bitcoin Beyond is really a last mile solution for us, where it's an easy process for the merchants to actually convert any Bitcoin they've accepted back to USD and instantly liquidate their Bitcoin position so that they can get that back into USD. It's a nice little piece of technology that takes it from a full circle solution. That way the customers can come in, pay, merchants can receive, and then they can actually liquidate the position. So we're looking to integrate that into our solution, and right now we're getting close to signing that definitive agreement, but we're trying to make sure that the two technologies and the teams that have built them can actually, work cohesively and, provide a great solution, which we'll get ironed out in all the details, and we're going to make it happen.
Yeah. One of the other things that we can talk a little bit about today is we are currently looking at two different companies where both of their revenues are around 6-7 million. So in the next 30-60 days, we think that we could possibly close one of those, maybe both, and that's where we're looking to get over the 10 million in revenue for 2018. We can't disclose which companies these are yet, but hopefully you'll be seeing an LOI on them soon. So just to kind of wrap this up, SinglePoint is aggressively using its ability to raise cash and the liquidity of its stock to go ahead and acquire companies out there and get revenue. So that strategy in 2018 is going to be stronger than ever. We're very excited to let you know that we're in the process of closing some very big deals there. One of the other things that I think is crucial, and we're happy to talk about, especially because it's been such a long process, but tell us all the good news about our updating to the OTCQB, and also finishing up the 2017 audit and become fully reporting. I know that we're very close.
Yeah, we're very close on that. We're up on the OTCQB now. 2016 is fully audited and been disclosed on the OTC markets. And 2017 is very close. We have submitted everything to the auditors, and they are pulling their final confirmations down right now. So we plan to have that filed and be 2017 fully audited for this the year end, which is due March 30th. So we should be seeing those come out around that time, upon which we will be filing a Form 10 and become fully reporting. So yeah, very soon here, this is all going to be wrapped up.
Yeah, it's just SinglePoint is in such a great position. As disclosed, I guess maybe 5 or 6 months ago, we did take $1.2 million into the company from a $4 million offering. We still have a significant amount of money in the bank from that, so we're in a very good position there. Again, the stock has probably been one of the most traded stocks on the OTC markets the last year or so. We're getting a lot of attention from companies, Wall Street in particular, looking to help us with acquisitions, larger acquisitions. The company's in a great position to really expand with revenue through acquisitions and our in-house stuff. Recently, the stock has gone down a little bit, and the volume's gone down a little bit. It's actually interesting, the company is very strong. We just ordered a Noble list. We think that we might have anywhere between 30,000, 40,000 shareholders. So moving forward, as far as the stock price and the volume, I think that we kind of went down with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was at 20,000 and went down to 10,000. And also some comments by the Trump administration on cannabis has brought us down a little bit. Having said that, it's nice to know exactly why our stock's going down. And we see Bitcoin going back up, and also the states with the cannabis, that train has left the station. So with everything that we have going on, and some of the political things going in our favor, my personal opinion is that the SinglePoint stock is undervalued and is going to really do well in 2018.
Yeah, well, we're expecting some tremendous growth in 2018 and really making some great moves. If nothing were to change as is today, we're on a run rate for over $1 million in revenue, which is a huge increase from the previous years. And with a couple of these large acquisitions and the technology that we're pushing out to a live state here in the next 60, 90 days, we're very excited.
Yeah, well, you know, this is going to be a phenomenal year for SinglePoint. We've been working, you know, as you know, night and day on making this happen, and we're really excited about 2018. And you know, thanks for being on the show today, Will, and go sing.
Go sing. And I think the last thing I'll add is we invite you to go over to SinglePoint.com and sign up for our email updates. We're going to start pushing out our press releases as well as other additional updates via email so that our shareholders can get those firsthand.
Well, thank you very much.